Hi everyone and welcome to Wildlife with Pete. So this video is going to be a little bit different, well a lot different to my usual videos because I'm just getting ready to go on a hike to do some filming for my next YouTube video. So I'm heading off to a place called Sanctuary Mountain, or its actual name is Mount Maungatautari, which is here on the North Island and it's New Zealand's largest eco-sanctuary. I won't go into too much detail because I don't want to spoil the video. But yeah, it's about a 2-hour drive from where I am. So what I'm going to do is pack up everything today, stick in the camper van, and I'm going to drive over there this evening, stay somewhere close by. And then yeah, nice and early in the morning, I think they open at 9, I'll head into the sanctuary. But yeah, I'm packing my bag and I thought, why not show you exactly what kind of stuff I've got in there. I've not got a great deal, obviously as someone just starting out, but I do think the gear that I've got is kind of serving me well at the minute. Obviously it's always evolving and you know, there's things that I would like to add further down the line. But for now, I'm pretty happy with it all. It's quite compact. Obviously up until 2 weeks ago I was living in a camper van, so you know I didn't have a lot of space. I didn't have to think about travelling and backpacking. You know, I eventually will have to leave New Zealand, and yeah, I want to take as much of the stuff that I've bought for the for the videography and the photography with me, because I want to carry on. So with that being said, let's get going. So first things first, most important is the camera, which I can't show you because I'm filming on at the minute, but I'll just put a little picture up here. It's the Canon R50. So this isn't a review of the camera. I have been thinking though lately that I've probably had it long enough now that I could maybe do a review and do it justice. I think I've had the camera for about 2.5 months. Yeah, so I think I'll probably do a review on the camera and also on the lens and you know the other bits and bobs that I've got with it further down the line. But for now, yeah, I've got the Canon R50, and then it's got the kit lens on, which is what I'm using now. It's what I use pretty much to do all my vlogging, and I think it's a 18 to 45 millimeter lens. Yeah, and it does the job. So in terms of when I'm carrying it, when I'm hiking, I'll have it around my neck. So I don't really ever pack it away, just because obviously I want it close to hand. You never know when you're going to see wildlife, or you know, you never know when you see something interesting, you want to quickly do a bit of a talk about it. So yeah, I keep it just around my neck on the strap that it came with, and I always keep the kit lens pretty much on it most of the time, unless I've obviously got the bigger lens on. And then I will just carry him with me constantly. So I have it around my neck. Most of the time I keep kind of a hand on it as well. I'll hold it just to keep it more secure. Can swing around a lot, especially when you're ducking under branches and whatever else. They do go through quite a lot of thick bush, so you have to be careful, but because it's there I can kind of protect it. Or sometimes I'll put it across my chest, like over the shoulder strap, and it holds it quite firmly there, which is good. But yeah, so they're always out. And then obviously the little covers that would usually be on the lens and the camera when the lens isn't on, I just keep separate. Got my SD cards in there at the minute, so I suppose that's a little bit of kit. It's important. I started off with one SD card, I think I've got about 4 now. Obviously the more the merrier, they come in handy. So yeah, that's it for the camera. And then the next thing, probably most important after the camera, is my big lens. So yeah, it's a pretty hefty beast. This is the Canon RF 100 to 400 lens. Bought this because I probably bought this about 2 weeks after buying the camera, so it wasn't long after owning the camera that I knew that I needed a zoom lens for wildlife, and I will do a review on this as well. But yeah, so that comes with me. That's probably one of the chunkier pieces of kit. And transporting this, what I usually do, obviously I used to keep this in the box that it came in, because obviously it's quite secure. I had a lot of padding inside the box, and then I put that in my backpack. But obviously, getting it in and out of the backpack again, when you see a bird and you want to get to it quite quickly, was a bit of a palaver. So I found my local charity shop a pair of bum bags. We call them in England bum bags. Fanny packs, I think they call them in America. Sorry. Yeah, so I bought a pair of these, and usually, obviously, I've got some bubble wrap that the lens goes in, just because I really don't want to damage this lens. Bubble wrap, and then that fits inside this fanny pack quite perfectly, to be honest. And then there's still some space on there, so then that's what I put the lens caps in. And then, oh, I don't know if you heard that, it's a bird on my roof. Yeah, and then maybe I have a few other like little bits in there, microfiber cloth and stuff for cleaning the lens when I need to. And then obviously this goes around my waist, or again sometimes I'll wear it on my chest. Can get in the way of the camera though when you wear it on my chest, but round the waist it's fine. Not too heavy, keeps everything safe, quite well padded. So yeah, that was a good option. And yeah, like I say, I've got two. So in this one, you don't always take both with me, or sometimes this will be somewhere, either be in a backpack or I'll leave it in the van. But this has just got all my camera cleaning stuff in. So microfiber cloths, a lens spray, and bits and bobs, which I quickly found I needed. Because when you're out in the wilds and it's, you can get a bit of rain or mist, and you get water droplets was the worst thing on the lens, and then I'd go back and do some editing and notice, I had all these spots. So in there, I've got all the cleaning equipment. I've got a little like air blower and whatnot. But yeah, that comes with me most of the time. And then what else? So other bulky bit of kit. So I've got my drone. The actual drone isn't that bulky. It's quite small, obviously, and light. It's a DJI Mini. So yeah, very light drone. I think it's only, stay on there, how much it weighs? 249 grams. So super light. The controller's in this box as well. So when I take it with me, which it comes everywhere, I always try and send the drone up as well and get some footage. As long as the weather permits. Obviously they don't like the wind or the rain. But yeah, I've not got you can buy separate bags and stuff that keep them safe, obviously. But I just keep it in the box. It's pretty solid. It was made for it to travel in, so I just keep it in the box, and that's probably the bulkiest bit of gear I've got. And then next, I don't always take this, so this isn't mine. I've got a very nice friend who borrowed me this. But I've got a GoPro 9 Black, this is, and then a bag with a few accessories. And it's got, the good thing about this, and what I actually borrowed it for, was it's got a waterproof case on it. So when I was doing any underwater filming, this is coming really handy. We'll have to return this at some point, and because it's not mine as well, obviously, I don't always take it with me, just because, when it's not your own gear, you're more worried about it. I'm obviously worried about my own gear, but yeah, I will have to return that. But with that, my friend also gave me some accessories that go with it, various mounts and stuff, and this was one of them. And this, I'm gonna have to buy one of these, because again, I'm gonna have to return this at some point. But it's just a little tripod, and it's got obviously got a mount on it for the camera. Obviously, I've got a GoPro fitting attachment as well if you want to put the GoPro on it. and then it's just on a ball joint. Yeah, and it's great for obviously doing bits like this, vlog bits, or just if I want to try and get a more of a stable shot, I can put it down on a rock, on the ground, wherever I need to. And I also actually use it, so it stays on the camera most of the time. So when the camera's around my neck, that just fits on it. And because I use it as a handle as well, so when I'm filming, I think it just kind of gives me that little bit more like distance away, and also a little bit easier to kind of move around. So this has been great, and I will buy one of the same, if not something similar. I can't see the mate's rubbed off, but yeah, that's a great piece of gear. And then what else? That's about it for my electrical stuff. Oh, the one other thing I've got actually is a little like lapel style microphone, which just comes with a little fitting that goes onto your phone. I've actually got two, which is quite cool. I actually bought them in mind because I will be doing some interviewing with people further down the line. So hopefully they'll come in handy. I've used them once when I was making one of the earlier videos, and it was alright, but when I watched it back, the audio that the camera picked up was actually better. So I went with that. But yeah, these were good. What I found was that again, I'm not doing a review, but what I found with these was it picked up a lot of like the ambient noises as well. Footsteps was a big one. Sounded like I was crashing through the forest when I was wearing it. So, but yeah, they always come with me just in case, and I'm sure they'll come in handy further down the line. What else? Spare batteries. So these are brand new. I've not used them yet, because I have been caught out on a few of the videos, because I only have one battery in the camera, and when it dies, I've either had to come back the next day and kind of start from where I left off, or I'll go back to the camper van where I've got a battery pack, charge the battery for a little bit, and then go back. But obviously that's not ideal. You know, if it gets dark, the light changes, the weather changes, or just, you know, it's just not really appropriate. So I bought some spare batteries. They're not Canon ones though, so this is controversial, but they're like a separate make. And I did some reading. They're I don't know if it'll pick it up on. They are Wasabi Power. But yeah, the internet, good old internet, told me that they are fairly decent batteries. The reason I got these and not a Canon one is because for the same price as one Canon battery on its own, no charger, I got two of these with a double charger pack as well. So yeah, but whether or not they're as good as the Canon, or they, you know, at least half decent, I'll let you know further down the line, I suppose. And then obviously with them, I'll take the charger pack as well. The other good thing, again, it might be a red flag actually, I'm not sure, with the charger for these is it's USB, whereas obviously the Canon is a proper plug. Yeah, whether that's a red flag or not, I'm not sure, but it comes in handy because I'll take that with me. So I'll take the charger, and then I've just got a little charger pack as well. So it comes in handy, obviously charge that up and charge the batteries if we need to, for whatever reason, if I've not already, or charge my phone. And even I don't know whether the drone would work, but the drone is USB, so yeah, who knows. Anyway, so that's the next thing, and then we're almost there. One other little bit of equipment I've got is a adapter for my iPhone for the SD cards, which comes in handy because if I stop for a rest or a break or whatever, I can look back on the footage, and anything that isn't worth keeping I can delete straight off the card with my phone. which is good, and it definitely come in handy before I had a number of SD cards when I was just using the one, because obviously starting out I was taking a lot of footage, you know, redoing a lot of clips, and yeah, this was easy just to sort of go back and pick the best one and then delete the rest. So I take that with me all the time. And then take some books with me, so I take a notepad, just for any notes I want to make, whether it'll be for doing like a script or stuff that I need to write down and remember. Do some little drawings sometimes if I have the time. So yeah, that comes in handy, comes everywhere with me. And then New Zealand Birds Guide. So Birds of New Zealand, a photographic guide too. This comes everywhere. You know what I mean? You can't know everything about birds. Maybe some people do. I need a reference sometimes, you know what I mean? Especially here in New Zealand, because there's so many amazing endemic species. And yeah, it's just always good to have this as a reference. Back in the UK, I used to use the Collins Field guides all the time for wildlife, or for like things like mushrooms and other edible plants and stuff. And yeah, they always come in handy. But yeah, this is good to fact check, because yeah, the internet doesn't like you being wrong, so it goes everywhere. Also, I have just a knife, not for protection. It is. I've used it a few times. It's just good for trimming small branches off trees, so I can either get a better shot or view of what I'm looking at, or if I need to make like a makeshift bird hide, I can just trim some branches and then place them so it kind of camouflages me a little bit. Comes in handy, even if it's just for when I'm having my my dinner halfway through the trip. And then that is pretty much it, really. Obviously, I'll take with me also things like this. So this is what I keep all the electrical stuff in. So in there will go the batteries, the battery pack, wires, stuff like that. Just keeps them nice and safe and close by. And yeah, and then I put all this stuff in a backpack. There's no frills with this backpack. It's literally, so I mean, a lot of this stuff I've accumulated over time. The camera and the lens obviously are bought together, and I needed to get them to start this channel. The other stuff like the drone, I've owned it for about a year, and then they're the main expensive stuff. And in the past I have owned a lot of expensive backpacks, and they are like worth the weight in gold. For being waterproof, for being comfortable. But as it stands at the minute, I've just not had the money that I need, like I would need to spend on a decent backpack. But in saying that, this is a $14 backpack from Kmart. I think it was in like the back to school section or whatever, but everything fits in it. I don't know what size it is in litres. I would probably say be like 12 litres. It's got a little side pocket, front pocket, and then obviously top opening zip, and yeah, it's fairly comfortable. I mean, this stuff, nothing weighs a ton, and I've done some, like I've only done day hikes obviously with it, but I've been out there for most of the day, like 8 hours, and and it's served its purpose. Obviously, it's not waterproof, and I don't believe I've been caught out in any bad downpours yet. Touch wood. But what I always do though is take a bin bag, a plastic bag with me, like a big one that fits over that, so if I need to I can kind of chuck it on over. I don't really like using plastic, well, all covers are plastic I suppose, but I don't like using single-use plastic. But like I say, I've not had to use it yet, so it's not been bad. But yeah, eventually I will upgrade this, but for now it does well. Everything that I've just shown you, apart from obviously the camera that I said to keep on me and the little bum bag, everything else goes in this, along with hats, a waterproof layer if I'm not wearing it, and usually like a mid layer as well. So yeah, it does the job. The reason I've got that is just because my like usual kind of day pack for travelling and stuff is a duffel bag, which is great for when I'm moving around travelling, but it's not great for this basically. But yeah, that's about it. So everything works pretty well. And again, like I say, everything's kind of evolving all the time, so eventually I'll probably upgrade a few bits and bobs and add stuff in. But for now, this is basically what I pack to take with me. And this is what I'm going to put. Everything's charged up, batteries are charged up, drone's charged up. So I'm going to get packed up now, pack the van up, and then head over towards Sanctuary Mountain, find somewhere to stay for the night, and then I will see you in the morning. Thanks.